Hi guys, it's Sarah with the Wreath Shop here, and Lisa's going to show you how to make the wreath using our Welcome to Our Beehive wreath kit today. She started off cutting all of her yellow and black mesh into 18-inch pieces. Take one of the pieces and simply let the ends roll in together. Pinch it together in the center of the roll, and then you'll take the piece of the other color and do the same. Roll the edges in together and pinch it in the center and pinch both pieces together in the center. Then you're going to tie it into one set of ties on the wreath frame, pushing it all the way down to the frame and give it a couple of good twists. Place it vertically on the frame. Then you're going to just keep doing this again. Grab another yellow and another black, do the same, and tie it into the next set of ties. Do this all the way around the outer ring of your wreath frame. Now you'll move on to the inner ring. Again, take one piece of yellow and one piece of black and tie them both into one tie on the inner ring. Do that all the way around until the entire wreath is full. Now I'll pass you on to Lisa.
So there is our wreath form. Look at that. Thick, baby. She's thick. Okay, so where's our sign? The sign is, hello, don't need the trash. The sign is pretty large, super cute. So we could actually put this to the side. We could put it in the middle. You could put it to the top. You could put it to the bottom. Friends, you can do whatever you want to do, okay? I think I want this to go in the middle because it's nice and big. Then we can actually do, pardon me, we can do a bow above, right? Above and below. Isn't it cute? Rhonda, I love this sign. So stinking cute. And I love how they did the variation of colors up here. Super stinking cute. But you guys, what I thought we could do is we'll put this in the middle. Still one of my favorites is either you can put a bow above and below, which is fun. You can actually do a bow above and then do the roller coaster thing, whoop, whoop, down the side, whatever you want to do. We have some fabulous ribbons, you guys, for that may not have seen when you came on. Hey, Dee. We have Oompa Loompa fingers here. So here's our ribbons for tonight, y'all. What? So fun. Haven't worked with this one yet. Love it. Okay, so also what I did, because this is nice and big, you at least want 3 points of contact so it doesn't do this number in your wreath. So since it has little, I love this because even if you just want to hang the sign in the bathroom or the kitchen, friends, it has a hanger on here. So we're going to use that, of course. And then, like I said, I just have my little 1/2 inch zip tie mounts that are up here.
Take 3 chenille stems and run them through the hanger and each zip tie mount. You can use zip ties if you prefer. You will be using these to attach the sign to the wreath frame.
All right, so nobody's going to see these anyway, so promise y'all it's fine. So like I said, we're going right down the middle. And like I said, I put one on each corner. You guys, you just want to make sure you either have a triangle or a square putting your twist ties on so your sign is not doing this number in your wreath.
Place your sign where you would like it on the wreath and take one set of chenille stems from the back of it and run it through the mesh and through the frame and tie them around the frame of the wreath.
Yowza, yowza. Okay, so again, I'm not pulling it super tight. I am pulling it where it's not gonna move around, but I do like it to kind of just hover at the top of my mesh. I am, of course, absolutely, obviously, you're gonna wire it to the frame of the wreath. This is just a metal wreath form, you guys. It's the black pencil wreath form. And I'm just tucking the twist ties, or not twist ties, but the pipe cleaners up, into the mesh. Of course, once I go to the back, hey Janet, how are you? I will just cut them off, cut off the extra and leave it under there. And I do try to pull my mesh through as much as I can so it's not just wasted and buried under there, right? You want to make this look nice and full. And of course, we'll fix it, look at prettier. Won't unravel. But we do want our mesh, you know, look at that. How freaking cute is that? Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and do, we're not doing 2 huge bows, okay, but we are gonna do a bow down here and a bow at the top. I love that. And then have some, you know, whatever that's called, coming down the side. Okay, so we're gonna move our wreath out the way. For those of you that do like using this little booger, Wreath Shop even carries these, y'all, and they carry these mats, in case you didn't know that, okay? So make sure you're looking under tools and all the things when you're checking out the Wreath Shop. Okay, so we have the bumblebee that is to die for. I just love this. Look how pretty. Okay, I think what I'd like to do is start with the bees because it's white, so it's kind of breaks up in between, starting with the yellow and the black. Also, did I mention? Hey, Connie, welcome. No worries. We're glad you're here. These are also on the website. Grab some of these, friends, because they're amazing. They're just like the little blue navy ones, although they won't stab you quite as hard as the other ones will. But the nice part about this is you have an actual inch, almost 1.5 inches extra of the blade. So especially for 4-inch ribbon, or when you're doing the old school and you're pulling and chopping your mesh, friends, it's fabulous because it doesn't stab into the mesh because you have the longer blade. Just saying. So should you have one of each in your arsenal? Yes, you should. Hey, Dawn, how are you? All right, you guys. So like I said, again, we're not going super long with the tails because that is a big sign, friends.
So we're just making one simple bow out of each ribbon. So 1 loop on each side, about 6 inches each. You always keep the larger ribbons on bottom, so we'll grab the other 2.5-inch ribbon in yellow and black and use that one next. We're just going to do the same thing, dovetail the end, leave a shorter tail, and do 1 loop on each side that is slightly smaller than the bee ribbon. So it'll be about 1/2 inch smaller on each side.
How do you know what order to put the ribbons in? Actually, Claudia, again, that is just an absolute personal preference. I do try to go size-wise from top to bottom, you know, getting smaller as you go up. But I have added tails in between of the 1.5 inch or even the 2, you know, whatever. But I usually just try to do it where it breaks up the colors a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So in other words, I wouldn't want to do like all black and then all yellow. So I just kind of mix them up. But honey, you can do however you want. Now see, in other words, like here, yellow on top of yellow, I don't, you know, it'd help it stand out more if I did the black. I hope that makes sense. And you guys, you can actually, you don't have to just do a layer of these. You can actually layer these puppies up and you can do several layers of the ribbon if you so choose. Or you can do, pardon me, you know, you can do just tails of some of the ribbons. Have fun with it, y'all. Just, you know, experiment. So what we're going to do here, you guys, is obviously we want to hide the middle of the, because we never know what color twist, or what do I keep wanting to call them, twist ties. You never know what color pipe clear I'm going to have in the middle. This isn't too bad. It's not bad, but I still want it to show. So what's fun is you take your tail normal length. We're going to crinkle, or what is it? Munch it up, whatever that is. Why can't I think of the word? Crinkle it up in the middle, okay? But we're still going to, and then we're going to add our 2 loops on each side. Okay, so we'll have 1 loop. We don't want to make sure it's not too short. And our 2nd loop. Now, of course, when you do it this way, you're going to end up with your tails on both sides, which is no problem, friends. You can just twist it around to the other side once we get it attached. Okay, so, and basically what we're going to do is we're going to do the same bow, pinch it. Thank you, Julie, for the love of Pete. Who can't think of the word pinch it, right? Pinch it, twist it, you know, do all the things. Reminds me of that old game or toy my kids used to have. Bop it, pinch it, twist it, smack it, whatever the hell it was. I don't know. All right, you guys, keeping the nice stack of ribbons. Pull this hand so it's nice and tight. I pinch right underneath the bow and then twist the bow. You can keep your other hand steady because what that does then is it pulls it in even tighter. And look at that. Fabulous. Look how much it's standing up, friends, and we haven't done anything to that bad boy. Okay, so we're going to make life easy, and we're just going to do it again because we're going to do one on the top and one on the bottom, and then we'll figure out the little roller coaster or the pinchies or whatever it is we want on each side of the
Again, we do another bow just the same as the first. Start with the bee ribbon, make one loop on each side, about 6 inches each on each side, cutting tails and dovetailing them. Take the yellow and black ribbon and do the same, making each loop slightly smaller than the bee loops. And the same with the black Swiss dot ribbon.
Nothing fancy, just making 2 fun little bows. We'll put one on top of the hive, one on the bottom. Shoot, hello. Again, we have our tail. Pinch it right here. Make our tiny loop, which that's just going to hold, pardon me, it's going to hide our twist tie or pipe cleaner in the middle. Just give it a twist. Make your second loop. Maybe. Twist. Make your third loop. Fold them up. Da, 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 and cut your tail. All right, again, you want to make sure you twist that tail before you put it in here, otherwise it is going to be upside down. We're going to take this, gently lift it up, so you keep that pretty straight stack, so that way it will fluff correctly when you pull it in the wreath, and then you pinch the bejeebers out of here. Okay, and then give it a twist. Okay, so there we go. 2 of those. We'll get this out of the way, and we'll bring our wreath back. Okay, let's go. All right, so first of all, we're going to come over here. We'll get this one. And we're literally going to, pardon me, tie it right under the little black, what looks like the door to the hive. And pull it in. Again, we're tying it to, not to any of the mesh, not to the twist ties, but to actually to the wreath form. Now, usually, of course, we just fluff it doing a loop one way. This way we'll go a loop and tail. This one, now we're going to sneak this one that was doubled over. We're going to sneak that under the middle loop. So see, that way we just have the fun middle loop in the middle that hides, hey Irene, it hides the pipe cleaner. And then of course over here, it'll be opposite. We just do tail loop, and there you go. So stinking cute. All right, we're going to, oh, I dropped my scissors. All right, now we're just going to dovetail our ends. So fun. Okay, we're going to attach the other one. So we're going to go right here to the top of, well, let me do it this way so I can reach it, but hopefully. All right, we're going to take this one, go right to the top of the hive. Ouch. And find the pipe cleaner, for the love of Pete. I hate when the ribbon sticks to the mesh that sticks to blah, blah, blah. Hey Elsa, how are you? Okay, again, attaching this bow. And we're just, pardon me, we're going to, let me move this over here where y'all can see better. There we go. And again, you guys, it is just taking our loops. I'm wants to stick to the mesh in there. Hold on. So it's loop tail, then we go the opposite. Tail loop. Okay, obviously this one is too long, for the love of Pete. Yowza. Okay, then we're gonna go loop tail. And then we have our loop here. It's gonna go this way. We've got our tail goes that way and that way. Even though they were under each other, it works totally fine. So we're gonna take this one. Now the middle one, a lot of times I have the tail shorter. You don't have to make them that sweet. Okay, then we have, and then it all just works out to where it's opposite the other side. This one is a little tricky because of the little loops on the side, but just hold it tight, get out the way, and we'll cut the beads over here. Okay, so we now have, I might have to pull that one a little bit tighter in because the mesh is wanting to make it stick up too far. Now, if you find that the mesh is being a little snarky and pushing up too much, you can tuck a little bit back under. But look how cute the bows are. Love them. Okay, so now, come on, man. We are going to figure out how we want to do the loops at the top, coming down each side, and then we can add in some more ribbon tails going around the edges if we want to. So, all I'm going to do, you guys, is we're going to take these and layer them together. I am going to leave a nice little tail so that it comes off to the side. Can y'all see? We're going to take this, go up here. Hello. Okay. Then we'll come to this one with our loop. Roller coaster, loop, bump. Again, hey Trish, whatever you want to call it, friends, is totally fine. And we're going to do it again in this loop. In this tie, sorry. Ouch. Try not to stab yourself. Now, you guys, as you come down too, you can alternate it where the beads are on top, over one way and then the other way. Hey, Joanne. Pardon me. So we're putting this in here. Dun, dun, dun. And again, we're leaving our longer tails down here. And we're gonna, pardon me, dovetail these. All right, we're gonna come down, squeeze over to the other side. And again, you guys, I know I pulled a lot of that mesh through, but if your sign starts sinking, just push some of that mesh back under and it'll help the sign stay on top. So again, we've got our bees. We're gonna come up at 6 inches or so, whatever. Just, hey Kimberly, no worries. We're glad you're here, friend. No worries. We are making this super cute bumblebee wreath. It is a kit. It is pinned at the bottom if you haven't ordered. A lot of people have already ordered. That's why I say, if you haven't already, it is available. You can click the link below and it will take you directly to the listing on thewreathshop.com. However, if, because some of these, like the black and white is my favorite. So some people might already have tons of that, in there. Hey, Arnez, how are you? Pretty roller coaster looks so pretty connecting to bows. Thank you, Jeanette. So if you don't need all the pieces, you actually can order the pieces a la carte. If you just, when you go to that listing, you guys, if you scroll down right under it, you'll see a listing of just a bunch of numbers. Hey, Linda. Hey Maggie, how are you? You can, let's see, the bees go in here, out up top. But you can, friends, go in and order the pieces a la carte. And that way, if you already have some of it, you don't have to buy the whole thing if you don't want to. All right, we're taking this one down to the last loop. Oops, don't get it caught on the hive. Hello. Did I do 1, 2? No, wait. No, I do have 3. I'm like, what the? What? Okay, I pulled those a little tight. Hold on. Make sure your loops aren't too tight. You don't want them hanging around. Look at this. This is why she always tells me don't foof it or play with it, because I end up squishing it. When you're short, it gets squished. Sorry. But of course, we will make it pretty before we're done so y'all can see it finished. All right, y'all. So we have our roller coaster going around. Again, I haven't fixed the loops or anything, so there's that. We're going to do it the same way, you guys. We're going to start, but on the bottom layer. Okay, so you may not see it right away back here, but I'm going directly right behind the bow, right behind the main bow at the top. There's literally a twist, the twist ties right in the middle. So we're going to add our first layer of ribbon up here, and it's cute because the tails do stick up. Okay. Now, what's fun, you guys, is, let me show you, you can, for the love, okay, you can see here where I have, there's the tails right here. You have your poof, and then you have tails. You can, if you want to, you can cut your tails here, okay? And start again at the next one, right? Start the next loop. So you kind of have a little bit of empty in here, or you can continue to go, and then we'll just add some fun little loops with the other ribbon, probably like every other one or something.
Continue running your ribbon around the outside of the wreath just the same as you have, tying it into each set of ties, making little roller coaster loops until you get back to the bottom underneath the bow.
Yes, you're good. Awesome, awesome. Okay, again, I'm straight down the middle and I'm back under the bow, which don't look at it. I know it looks crazy and I'm sorry. But what we're going to do right here, you guys, is we're going to make our tails. Because we want to make sure, I don't want my bee flying upside down. You know what I'm saying? I should have known better. Okay, so I'm going to come back up here where I put the first one in. Work ribbon. Okay, I'm going to go in right where I put those other ones. I'm going to undo it one more time. And add these ribbon tails right on top of the other set of ribbons I had in there. So we have our 4 bees. And they're all facing the right direction. It's all good, right?
Again, keep running your ribbon down the outside just like you did on the other side, tying it into each set of ties, making your little roller coaster loops until you get down to the bottom of the wreath.
Okay. And again, we don't want to make our loops too tight, you guys. We do have plenty of ribbon to be able to finish going around the whole wreath. So we've gone around twice. All right, y'all, woohoo, we made it all the way back around. So just like I did on the top, I'm coming right back down at the bottom and making our last loop go into and attach with the other bows or other ribbons, pardon me, that are at the bottom. Don't y'all love that? You know, when your brain is thinking one word and your mouth just spits out another one. It's like, all right, it's fine. It's totally fine. All right, you guys. So now we have the loops going on the top and the bottom. It's just so much easier sometimes to fix it when it's actually hanging up. And again, you guys, if you get it to where the bow is not going to cooperate and you want it to stay like at a certain position, like right here under the thing, honey, glue that sucker right to the sign. I'm telling you what, just telling you. If it doesn't want to cooperate, glue that bad boy in place. It's fine. Okay, so now what we can do though, you guys, is add a little fun at the top. Now we can take some of this if you so choose. Okay, you guys, so what you can do is actually have some fun up here. And we're actually going to go single. Maybe. We'll see what it looks like. And you can actually do these opposite. I mean, you know, alternating, not opposite. Alternating. Why am I having so many problems with words tonight, friends? Can someone explain that to me? Now, this is if you want to. We're just going to see what this looks like. We can continue, or we don't have to do it this edition. But I just thought adding something else fun to where it's gathered in. Now keep in mind we will also have greenery that we're about to put in there, friends, so we might not need to do these loops, I don't know. And we have our little bee friends to add. Why? They always flip off and into the loop. All right, you guys, so we can add that as well, where you have a loop going around and it's in between your roller coaster loops. Onto your wreath, you can watch the replay and do it as I've done it, or you can put it on however you choose. Totally up to you. That is the fun part about having the replays, though. If you want to, you know, you can follow it completely just like we did, or you can, you know, put your own take on it, whatever works best for you. Okay. Let's see. I have to say this ribbon is a little tricky. As long as you just get past the little loops, get out the way. But I do like you guys because you can dovetail it, and they are sewn so they don't come apart. They still stay together. Thank you so much. Okay, this one, there we go. It's a lot of ribbon, but it's a lot of fun, right? Love it. So because we have the tails under here, you guys, I'm not adding another loop because it'll just be completely hidden under the bow. So now, you guys, we can actually go and we can either probably just do tails with this. We don't even have to do loops. Hey, Norma, we can actually just do tails poking out. We don't have to do the big loops. Save a little bit on your ribbon. I'll show you what I'm talking about. We're just actually going to just add some tails in wherever the loops, wherever the twist ties are. And you get the nice contrast because it's the yellow over the black. But see, now we have the beehive with just the tails on the bottom. Hey? Just going to add, for the love, add this in. Yikes, here we go, over the hour again, y'all. What the heck? But we do have a lot of goodies in this wreath. A lot of extra loops with the ribbons. Super fun, though. I apologize for the little interruption, but we are back grooving now, friends. So we're just going to go around here. It would be faster just to cut the tails, but we're fine. All I'm doing, you guys, is just basically folding it in half, putting it in there, and then cutting the ribbon. We have our little bees, which I think I am going to cut off some of this because I'm going to put it in the twist ties of the wreath. It's nice because obviously it's wired all the way up here. Even on here, it's wires. It's not painted on. It's not something glued on, so you don't have to worry. Obviously there's a little bit of glue behind the wire, but it's something that will actually stay together. So I think I'm going to wire one right into where I have my ribbon. Where's the... Hold, please. Figure this out before I jack it up. Get on there. And if you want to make sure that it stays and not just in the twist tie, friends, you obviously absolutely can add a little bit of glue. Actually, I hope he's sticking up enough because you know I'm shorty patootie. Here, let's see. Oh my goodness. And there goes the ribbon, y'all. Oh, it's fabulous. It's fine. It's totally fine. So stinking cute. And if you want to, add a little bit of curl to them. So you can give them some dimension, but they'll stay in your wreath. But then they kind of look like they're flying. Well, that's the hope anyway. You can bend this back up and over. Because nobody is going to see that. said, trying not to, I've got all these loops that are just squished to pieces. 1, 2, where's my other bee? And I think this one, flying high up here, make a loop. And again, you guys, right now I'm just adding in the twist tie, but I will probably add a little bit of hot glue just to make sure. And I'm trying desperately to twist around my finger. Hey, Bridget, how are you? Ouch. Okay, so, and then we have our other little bee flying up here by the bow. I may need to move him over. I thought he had enough room, but I may not have picked the right. All right, friends, I'm going to try my best to fluff this as good as I can.